So, okay, today we'll take the fifth module that is lubrication and bearings. I hope you have gone through the theory part which I have sent. The theory part in the fifth module which are important is one, what is lubrication and the properties of lubricant that may be the question. Second question may be the explain the theory of hydrodynamic lubrication. Along with that sketch, you have to explain that theory of hydrodynamic lubrication. And the last he may ask you, most of the question paper asking the question, derive the Petrov's equation. So these three questions are what carries the theory marks. So maybe 5 to 6 marks, remaining 15 marks will come as a problem. So I hope already you have gone through the notations used for design of bearings and lubrication. So today we'll take three problems and see how to design the lubrication as well as bearing problems. In this lubrication bearing problem, you need Linga A2 and you have to go through a lot of graphs to determine the parameters. So which are the important parameters here? The important parameters are the viscosity. Sometimes viscosity is not given, so viscosity is a parameter. The Sommerfeld number, okay, then the flow rate, heat loss, heat generated, heat dissipated. So these are the parameters we have to determine depend upon the problem. So we will take first simple example. Let's go through this. What it says, SAE20 oil is used to lubricate hydrodynamic journal bearing. So type of oil is a SAE20, diameter 75 mm, so small d equal to diameter of the bearing 75 mm, length 75 mm, capital L equal to 75 mm, enters at 40 degrees Celsius, means the input temperature to the bearing is a 40 degrees Celsius. The journal rotates at 1200 rpm, so the speed of the shaft is a 1200 rpm, that is a small n. Diametral clearance is 75 micron meter. So I hope you have gone through the terms involved in the journal bearing. Diametral clearance is nothing but what? It is a difference between a diameter of bearing to the diameter of the journal. Okay, so capital D by small d. Capital D be the diameter of the bearing, small d is the diameter of the journal. Assume operating temperature of the oil is 53 degrees Celsius. Operating is a TO. So the operating temperature of the oil lubricant is 53 degrees Celsius. So determine magnitude and location of minimum film thickness. So what is the minimum film thickness? That is the film thickness is nothing but it is a distance between the bearing and the journal. When the journal or shaft rotates inside the bearing, so there is a gap between the bearing and the journal due to the pressure. So that gap or that distance is called as a film thickness. So what he asking? He asking that distance or minimum film thickness and location. So at what angle it is positioned. Power loss. So due to friction, what is the power loss? Oil flow through bearing. What is the oil flow through? Q. Side leakage. If there is a leakage in the bearing, what is that side leakage? QS. So given parameters, the type of oil is SA20, diameter 75 mm, count to meter 0.075 meter, length 75 mm, so 0.075 meter, input temperature Ti 40 degrees Celsius, speed N 1200 rpm, diameter clearance, that is a C, diameter of the bearing to the diameter of the journal 0.075 mm, so micrometer to mm 0.075 mm, and TO, that is operating temperature 53 degrees Celsius. So first what we need to determine, since viscosity of the lubricant is not given, you need to determine the viscosity. So again the first parameter, diametral clearance ratio, the already have been gone through the terms. What is the diametral clearance ratio? Zeta. It is diametral clearance to the diameter of the journal. Okay, so diameter clearance is 0.075, diameter of the bearing is what is 75. So you will get the diameter clearance ratio. Next, go to the table 24.1. For SE20, select what is the oil number. The oil number is N, the oil number is E. Okay, so next go to the figure 24.2. For E oil and operating temperature 53 degrees Celsius, absolute viscosity is what? Zeta 32 cp or centipoise. 32 into 10 to the minus 3 centipoise is nothing but what? PAS. Okay, so the viscosity of the lubricant determined based on the oil number as well as the operating temperature. So based on the type of oil given SA20, select the oil number from a table 24.1, that is E. Go to the figure 24.2. Based on E oil and TO 53 degrees Celsius, absolute viscosity how much you got? 32 cp, that is a centipoise. 32 into 10 to 3 minus 3 PAS. Okay, so now lubricant the viscosity has been determined. Next we'll go for the minimum film thickness. So before that we can determine other parameters. Speed in RPS. So speed in RPM is given. So speed in RPS is revolutions per second. So just divide RPM by 60. So 1200 RPM divided by 60 will get 20, that is a RPS. So velocity of the journal pi dn by 60. So pi dn by 60 will get in terms of meter per second. So diameter also you can substitute in a meter. So if you use pi dn by 60,000, that time d should be in a mm. So substitute that pi, d is 0.075 meter, n is 1200 rpm, 60 you got 4.71 meter per second. Okay, now coming to the first parameter, the magnitude as well as a location of minimum film thickness, that is called as in short form a small letter h minimum. So now for that we have to calculate the breadth of the bearing, and we need the ratio of breadth of the bearing to the length of the bearing. Okay, so for a breadth of the bearing, so the equation is taken from 24.19. So B equal to pi d beta divided by 360 degree. So beta is what? 360, because the journal is full, in the sense what, it is a complete 360 degree journal. So beta should be what? 360 degree. Pi as it is, diameter is 0.075, 360 degree by 360 degree, beat how much you got? A pi into 0.075. Coming to the ratio of B by L, so B is 0.075 into pi, length is 0.075, everything is in meter, so B by L ratio is 3.14. So go to the figure, refer figure 24.24. For B by L ratio 3.14, the load leakage factor, see the graph, it is approximately CW equal to 0.086. Again go to another graph, figure 24.26. For B by L ratio 3.142 and load leakage factor 0.086, we got one more parameter, minimum film thickness variable delta. Minimum film thickness variable delta equal to 0.8. So next, using the equation 24.33, delta equal to 2h minimum divided by c. So this h minimum is what? The film thickness. So delta you got 0.8 from the graph. 2 into h minimum is unknown. C is the diameter clearance. So already we know that 0.075 into 10 to minus 3. So minimum film thickness you got h minimum equal to 3 into 10 to minus 5 meter. Okay. So this way we have to find out the minimum film thickness. That is, we have to find out B value, then B by L ratio, then refer the figure 24.24, we'll get the load leakage factor. Again go to the figure 24.26, based on B by L and CW, we'll get delta, minimum film thickness variable. From that equation 24.33, we can determine the minimum film thickness. Okay. So next, to determine the power loss, we need one more parameter, that is a Sommerfeld number in the second parameter. So for that, go to the figure 24.13a. Based on delta 0.8, L by D ratio, that is a 0.075 divided by 0.05 is nothing but 1, and assuming full journal bearing, that is a 360 degree, the Sommerfeld number is how much? 0.65. Okay. So once you got the Sommerfeld number, now we can determine the power loss. So second parameter power loss is given by the equation n mu equal to mu w into v. W is a load applied to the bearing. So W is nothing but what? A load. So again that is given by PLD. P is the pressure, L is the length, D is the diameter. So just like a stress equal to force by area. So here force nothing but W. W equal to what? A force stress into area. That is what? A pressure. Pressure into area, that is mu P L into D into V watts. So P value we don't know, so that can be determined using the Sommerfeld equation 24.39, because yes, we have determined already, that is 0.065. So viscosity N 32 into 10 to the minus 3, N dash RPS 20 divided by P pressure into 1 by zeta square, that is a diametral clearance ratio that we have determined in the initial part of the problem. So we got pressure 0.98 10 to 6 Newton per meter square. Then mu is not given, coefficient of friction that can be determined using the Mackey equation 24.22. So that is mu equal to Ka viscosity N dash P into 1 by zeta 10 to minus 10 plus delta mu, where Ka value nothing but 1.95 10 to 11 for full journal bearing. Delta mu equal to 0.002. You can see it is in the data handbook. Mu equal to, substitute all the values, you got mu equal to 0.014. So substitute in the power loss equation, mu equal to 0.014, W equal to PLD, pressure already we know 0.98, 10 to 6, length 0.075, diameter 0.075, and velocity already found 4.71 meter per second. So you got power loss of 383 watts. So third parameter, oil flow rate Q. So for that equation is given by, you see the equation here, Q equal to gamma Q C square N dash L divided by 4 zeta into CQ. So gamma Q is flow variable and CQ is a flow correction factor. So we have to determine these values. So gamma Q is determined, go to the figure 24.37 for S equal to Sommerfeld number 0.65, beta 360 degree full journal, and ratio L by D equal to 1, flow variable gamma Q equal to 3.55. Then go to the figure 24.38 for B by L 3.14 and delta, that is a minimum thickness variable 0.8. You got the flow correction factor CQ equal to 1.3. So substitute in the equation gamma Q 3.55, C square diameter clearance ratio, N dash RPS, speed in RPS, length L, 4 zeta diameter clearance ratio, CQ 1.3. So you got Q 9.73 into 10 to minus 6 meter cube per second. So now the last parameter, side leakage QS. So for that we have to find the ratio QS by Q. So that ratio obtained from the figure 24.39, go based on S equal to 0.65 and L by D equal to 1. So QS by Q equal to 0.26. So cross multiply, QS equal to 0.26 Q. Q value already determined 9.735 10 to minus 6. So multiply, you got side leakage 2.3 10 to minus 6 meter cube per second. So this way you have to be able to design the parameters of a journal bearing. Okay, so first is what, determine the viscosity, then based on the parameters determine minimum film thickness, power loss, heat flow, oil flow rate, and side leakage. So we'll take second problem similar to this. So just go through this. A turbine shaft 60 mm in diameter. So diameter of the shaft is 60 mm. Rotates at speed of 10,000 rpm load on each bearing is estimated at 2 kilonewton. So W is given. In the earlier problem W was not given, so here W equal to 2 kilonewton, that is a 2000 Newton, and length of bearing L equal to 80 mm, make it a meter. Take radial clearance as 0.05 mm. So what is radial clearance? Nothing but it is a difference of radius of bearing to the radius of shaft. So capital R minus small r. Okay, so radial clearance, difference of radius of a bearing to the journal, small capital R by capital R minus small r. And SE20 oil, so type of oil is SE20 for lubrication. Determine the coefficient of friction, power loss, minimum film thickness, and oil flow rate. Temperature of bearing is not to exceed 50 degrees. He has given temperature of bearing, that is a TB. Okay, so now again viscosity is not given, so we can determine the viscosity. Before that, so based on given data, so diameter clearance, this one more relation you have to remember. The diameter clearance C is 2 times the radial clearance. CR is radial clearance, so diameter clearance is 2 times the radial clearance. So 2 into radial clearance 0.05 into 10 to minus 3, you got 0.1 10 to minus 3. Then diameter clearance ratio zeta equal to C by D. So C is 0.1 10 to minus 3, D equal to 0.06 diameter. So you got 1.6 10 to minus 3. So to determine the viscosity, we need to determine we have to determine, or you have to able to find the operating temperature of the lubricant. So one relation you have to use in this case, if operating temperature of the lubricant is not given, that is TB minus TA equal to TO minus TA divided by 2. So TB bearing temperature given 50 degrees Celsius, TA ambient temperature assume as 25 degrees Celsius, and TO as it is 25 TA again by 2. So you got operating temperature as a 75 degrees Celsius. Okay, then speed in RPS, n dash equal to n by 60, 10,000 by 60 is a 166.66. So again go to the table 24.1 for SA20 oil number is E. From figure 24.2 for oil E and TO 75 degrees Celsius, absolute viscosity equal to 14 cp centipoise. So 14 into 10 to 3 poise or PAS. Then so pressure, bearing pressure can determine here because we know W, load is given here, and length and diameter we know. So P equal to W by LD or W equal to PLD, as we have it in the earlier problem for a power loss. So W substitute 2000, length 0.08 in terms of meter, diameter 0.06, you got 0.41 10 to 6 Newton per meter square. So first parameter, coefficient of friction, using Mackey equation 24.22, mu equal to Ka, viscosity n dash P 1 by zeta into 10 to minus 10 plus delta mu. So substituting all the parameters, we get mu equal to 0.06. Power loss, again same equation, n mu equal to mu WV by 10,000. So V equal to nothing but pi dn by 60, where D is in meters. Substitute value got 4.24 kilowatt. So next, minimum film thickness. So already we know the pressure, we can determine the Sommerfeld number equation. So that is S equal to viscosity n dash P into 1 by zeta. Substitute all the values, you get a Sommerfeld number 2.01. If pressure is unknown, then you have to go for a graph. Otherwise, we can calculate using this equation. Then again, for B by L ratio, for a length of bearing in B, that is a pi d by B, beta by 360 degree. Beta nothing but 360 degree for full journal bearing. So you get pi into 0.06. So then find the ratio of B by L. So you got a 2.35, the ratio B by L. Go to the figure 24.24 for B by L 2.35. Load correction factor is again 0.17 CW. For from the figure 24.26 for B by L 2.35 and CW 0.17. Minimum film thickness variable delta equal to 0.6. Again from equation 24.33, delta equal to 2H minimum divided by C. So H minimum we got a 3 into 10 to the minus 5 meter. Coming to last parameter, oil flow rate Q. Okay, so you know that Q is given by the equation gamma Q C square N dash L divided by 4 zeta CQ. So here we already know Sommerfeld number, yes we know. Using that Sommerfeld number, S equal to 2.01, beta 360 degree, L by D 1.33. So figure 24.37 will get flow variable gamma Q 3.25. So from that go to the figure 24.38 based on B by L 2.35 and delta equal to 0.6, got a flow correction factor CQ 1.45. So substituting all the parameters in the flow rate equation, will get Q equal to 9.4 10 to minus 5 meter cube per second. Okay, so this way you have to able to solve the journal bearing problems. One more problem, third problem we'll take today, last one, then we'll wind up. A full journal bearing having a diameter 50 mm and 100 mm long has bearing pressure of 1.2 Newton per mm square. Speed of journal is 1000 rpm. Bearing is lubricated at 75 degrees Celsius. In bracket, bearing surface temperature TB having viscosity 0.011 PAS. Viscosity is given. The room temperature ambient 35 degrees Celsius. Take the minimum film thickness as 1 by 4 of a diameter clearance. Specific heat of the oil is 1850 joule per kg degree Celsius. The ratio of journal diameter to the diameter clearance is 1000. Calculate load which can be supported, W, power loss, attitude, one more parameter, and eccentricity, amount of artificial cooling required. So here 4 parameters we have to determine. So first we'll go for the data given. So small d equal to 50 mm. So capital L equal to 100 mm. Pressure P equal to 1.2 Newton per mm square. Speed N equal to 1000 rpm. TB bearing temperature 75 degrees Celsius. Zeta N equal to 0.11, that is the viscosity PS, and ambient of TA equal to 35 degrees Celsius. He has given the ratio. Minimum film thickness is 1/4 of the diameter clearance, that is a C by 4. Cp specific heat 1850 joule per kg degree Celsius converted into Newton per joule per Newton degree Celsius. That means divide 1850 divided by 9.81. You will get 188.6 joule per Newton degree Celsius, and is given the ratio of diameter to the diameter clearance of 1000. So coming to solution, so diameter clearance ratio zeta is nothing more but C by D, diameter clearance to the diameter of the journal. So C by D equal to 1 by 1000, so it is nothing but 10 to minus 3. So clearance C equal to 10 to minus 3, rewrite the equation into D. D we know, C equal to 5 into 10 to minus 5 into 10 to minus 5 meter. Then using that relation, H minimum equal to C by 4 for the given problem. So we get H minimum equal to 1.25 10 to minus 5 meter. Coming to first parameter, load carried by the bearing. So P equal to W by LD. So you know P, we know L and D. W equal to 6000 Newton. Power loss, as you do using same equation, N mu equal to mu WV. So V velocity pi dn by 60, 2.61 meter per second. Mu Mackey equation, substitute that, you'll get 4.98 10 to the minus 3. Substitute in the power loss equation, you'll get a 78.2 watts. Third, attitude of the bearing and eccentricity. So from equation 24.33, you know minimum film thickness variable equal to 2H minimum divided by C, or equal to 1 by epsilon. Epsilon is what? The attitude of the bearing. So delta we don't know, but H minimum thickness we know, substitute that, you will get delta equal to 0.5 equal to, equate that again 1 by epsilon. So epsilon is nothing but attitude, you will get 0.5. Okay, then coming to next parameter, eccentricity. So that is given by the equation, same equation there only, epsilon equal to 2e by c. Epsilon is the attitude, e is the eccentricity, c is the diameter clearance. So substitute that, you got eccentricity 1.25 10 to minus 5 meter. Coming to the fourth parameter, amount of artificial cooling required. So for that you have to determine the amount of heat generated, Hg and Hd, heat dissipated. Hg is given by equation, amount of heat generated is given by Hg, you see the equation 24.73 C here. So Hg equal to gamma C Sp Q delta T. Gamma is weight per unit volume for the lubricant, that is given 8.83 kilonewton per meter cube. So that's equal to 8830 Newton per meter cube. You can see in the data handbook this equation. Also the value. CSP is a specific heat, Q is a oil flow rate that would determine, delta T is a difference in temperature. So TO minus TA. So heat flow rate Q already you have determined in the earlier problem, that is given by Q equal to gamma Q C square N dash L divided by 4 zeta into CQ 24.7 B. Okay, so gamma Q, again for that we have to determine the Sommerfeld number as well as the B by L ratio. So Sommerfeld number, as we know here, we know the pressure is given 24.39. So viscosity N dash P by 1 by zeta square, Sommerfeld number you get 0.15. So for B by L, from one more graph, 24.37, for S equal to 0.15, beta equal to 360 degree, assuming full journal bearing, and L by D you get more than, if you got 2 or above, you should treat L by D ratio as a infinity. Okay, so L by D 1 or 1.3 is okay, but above equal or 2, it should be treated as a infinity. So flow variable gamma Q from the figure 24.37 based on S, beta and L by D, it is a 2.9. Then B value pi D, beta by 360 degree, again beta is a 360 degree assuming full journal bearing. So the ratio B by L is, you get a 1.57. So from figure 24.38, for B by L 1.57, delta minimum film thickness variable 0.5, CQ flow correction factor CQ equal to 1.5. Substitute all the values, you will get a oil flow rate as a 4.53 into 10 to minus 6 meter cube per second. So delta T is nothing but what, temperature rise, TB minus TA. TB 75, bearing temperature, TA 35 degrees Celsius, so 40 degrees Celsius, you got it. Substitute all the values, you get heat generated value 301.84 watts. So this way heat generated can be determined. Now coming to the last part, heat dissipated. So that is given by delta T plus 18 square L into D divided by K dash. So K dash, again you can see in the data handbook, K dash equal to 0.475 for bearings. So you have to remember this, K dash equal to 0.475, and delta T already you know, L length and diameter already we given. So substitute value, you will get heat dissipated as 35.41 watt. So what you can see from these two, heat generated is 300 something, HD is 35. So heat dissipated is less than the heat generated. So that time, as already you studied, the artificial cooling is required. So the amount of heat to be removed, Hg minus HD 301.84 minus 35, 266.43 watt. So this way you should able to determine here two more extra parameters, heat generated and heat dissipated. So I hope go through these three problems. Okay, use data handbook and you have to go through a lot of graphs. So try to understand the problem. So any difficulties, just make a call. Okay, so in the next class again we'll see another 2 or 3 problems on lubrication and bearings. Thank you.